Hello YouTube, it's New Life for Jen or C&J 1977. Today is April 20th, 2012. This is my 57-week post-op Lapband update and also my 13-week maintenance update. Didn't come in last week, we were on vacation. So I did not make a video last week. I was planning on it and then we were just crazy busy and I didn't get around to it. So, what's new? Numbers, I was 264.8 when I started my journey on March 1st, 2011. I was lap banded in Tijuana, Mexico on March 18th, 2011. I hit my goal on January 23rd, 2012 of 145. And today I'm coming in at 136.2, which is a loss of like 3 point some pounds since I've been home on vacation. I really thought that was weight. It did come right back off like within a day of me coming back. So it must have been more watery weight from driving. We drove from Ohio to Orlando. So it was like an 18-hour drive on the way there and like a 20-hour drive on the way back. So it probably was a lot of water weight. But the reason why I thought it was food weight was due to the way I ate for like 10 days straight. It started probably 3 days before vacation. I had weighed myself that Friday before we left. We left Tuesday night, and I weighed myself that Friday, and I didn't step back on the scale, and it was just like party on for those 10 days. So I ate foods in that 10 days sorry, my printer. I ate foods in that 10 days that I have not eaten since pre-op diet. Examples, pancakes from Cracker Barrel, which were amazing, cornbread, a biscuit, like sausage biscuits and gravy, what else? I mean, just so much junk and processed foods. Cheetos, oh my god, Cheetos, how much I've missed you. And here's the thing. A lot of these foods that I ate in these 10 days, I thought my band would not allow. And I kind of talked a little bit about this yesterday. When I got my band, I kind of looked up the do's and don'ts of food, and I kind of like really stuck to it. And I didn't go out of that box until after I reached my goal. And I want to more or less state today how important that really was to my journey. Because do I believe if I would have introduced these foods during my reduction phase, if I would have hit goal? No. No way. It has been hell and high water this week to get the sugar and the crap out of my system. It's like going through, I guess, what you would call a withdrawal from a drug. It was bad. And if I would have done this in my reduction phase, I don't think there would have been any turning back. So this is my advice to newbies, pre-op, or, you know, if you're 20 weeks out and you're still holding strong to the rules, stay with them until you're done with your reduction phase. Because if I would have let these foods in much earlier, I would have never reached my goal. Me personally, I would not have been able to do it. I had this mental thing in my head that said, you can't eat that, you got the lap band, you can't have that anymore. And it was probably true up to the point of November. I was at restriction. I had to chew very carefully. I could not eat I couldn't drink while I was eating. I mean, it was a very thin line when I was at restriction of how much I had to chew and what I could eat. And at that point, no kind of breads or pastas would have went down. Because at that point, I remember trying rice and a couple other kinds of things, and it wouldn't allow it. So in my head, that whole time, I kept saying, nope, you can't have that, you can't have this, and it worked. And once you let this stuff in, it is hell to get it out. And so my advice to newbies is don't test the waters too soon. Don't introduce those processed bad foods back into your diet. There's stuff that I have eaten. I am a breadaholic. Always has been, always, was. I've had breadsticks from Olive Garden. I had chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden. I had just stuff that I never have eaten. And protein was nowhere near on this vacation at the top of my priority list. For any of you that have been to theme parks, we went to Universal Studios, we went to SeaWorld, and, you know, there's not Lapband friendly or weight loss surgery friendly foods in these places. You can find some things. You know, I had carrot sticks here and there. I mean, they're getting there. They're getting better, I guess. I mean, with my son's meals that he was having at the theme parks, he had his choice of apples or, you know, French fries or, I mean, we did a meal plan thing at each park where we were allowed to visit any restaurant in the park, and we were allowed an entree, a side, and a dessert. And you were allowed to do that as many times as you wanted for like $30 a person. So we did that 2 of the days because it was just cheaper. I mean, the food was outrageously priced anyway, and you were paying crazy prices for junk. So, you know, I was eating dessert 3 times a day. You know, we went to one place, they had cheesecake, we had cupcakes. I mean, it was just sugar and carbs and crap food the whole vacation. And do I feel bad about it? I mean, I kind of let myself down in some aspects because, I don't know. I let myself down that I did not stay to the rules more faithfully, but I think I needed a little break. I've been going strong, and what I mean by that is 6 days out of the week, I am on it. You know, maybe on a Friday or Saturday night, we'll go out to dinner and I'll have a little whatever, but I am on it most of the time. So this was the first time I kind of really let loose for more than like a meal straight, and it was very eye-opening because I could see in that 7 to 10 days where 3 or 4 pounds could turn into 20 pounds in a month if I would have continued to eat like that. Now, I will say I do not have restriction, and I was able to get pancakes and doughy products down. But I will say this, I still, even though I made a lot of bad choices, I still mentally stopped at a cup of food. I was not gorging in my portions, it was just my choices. So I guess that's the only positive I can bring out of it is I have got my mental mindset at a cup of food. So rarely ever did I go over that. Was I satisfied? Not always, but it's just that mental thing I've built in my head to just stop. So that was a positive. Had a lot of fun, had an amazing, amazing time with the family. It was a much, much needed break. This was the first time since joining like my Lapband Facebook that I was not active on there. And it was hard because you develop such strong relationships with people and you wait 5 or 6 days to get back online and visit these people, and you feel like you're out of the mix. Like, oh my gosh, what have I missed? And oh my gosh, you know, there's so many awesome positives that I love to celebrate with people on Facebook. So, but giving it all a break was a much needed break. My family deserved, you know, 100% of my time. I did work a little bit from my laptop or, you know, my phone, but I did not do the whole Facebook thing. I did not do the whole checking YouTube. I did not work 24/7. So it was a much needed break, and I am happy to be back into my normal routine. God knows I love a good routine, but so I guess the main thing to take out of this is if you are pre-op or you are already on your journey and you have not backslid, I could say, into the old lifestyle of food and processed and junk, try not to go there. I don't believe I would be at goal right now, under goal, 9 pounds under goal if I would have done this in the beginning or into my reduction phase. So that is my weekly update. Holy crap, Vegas is less than a month. I need to start shopping. I need to start, you know, I'm not a whole hoedown country kind of girl, but you better believe I'm going to find me some duds for the Friday night, and the bling dress on Saturday. I have been looking and looking. It's hard. I mean, I don't have boobs left. They need to be fixed. My thighs are a hot mess, so dresses are, you know, they're either one way or the other, so it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what I want. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you guys all next week. Love you guys. Bye.